some evils can be dealt with only by God. It's only God who has the delicacy and the wisdom to separate the wheat from the weeds. Maybe sometimes in the presence of terrible evil, we have to be patient and allow God to do his work. And now one more point here. Might it be the case that sometimes, I know it's a high mystery, I know, and it's a frustrating mystery too, that sometimes God permits evil, as Augustine said, to bring about some greater good? Might it be that God has permitted some corruption and some evil precisely for his ultimately good purposes? As many point out, the sex abuse scandals we've been going through in the church for the past now, 25 years. Did they affect a real cleansing in the church? Absolutely, it seems to me. Am I making excuses? No. But seeing sometimes how God might permit certain forms of evil to bring about a greater good. Let me give you one last one from Aquinas, and I know it's puzzling, and I know it's a little troubling, but it's right on this point, and it's quite interesting. Thomas says, sometimes God permits even sin so as to allow certain virtues to appear. His example, without the cruelty of the tyrant, there's no patience of the martyr. Think of all the martyrs who were killed by terrible tyrants. Well, I know it sounds weird to say, but without the tyrant's wickedness, you wouldn't have seen that virtue. I'll give you a real particular example. Maximilian Kolbe, think of the great saint of Auschwitz, in all of his spiritual power and glory. Simple fact that without Hitler's oppression, there would be no Maximilian Kolbe. Does God sometimes permit, I know it's awful to say, and we don't always see it. I'm giving you that one example, but we typically don't see it clearly. But does God sometimes permit the weeds to wrap themselves around the wheat for his own purposes? Now, none of this is designed to give, here's the clear-cut answer. Here's the problem of evil, and here's how I deal with it. 1, 2, 3. No, it's a story that sheds light, everybody, on different aspects of this very thorny problem. So take a look at it this week. Maybe take out your Bibles, go to Matthew chapter 13, find this parable, and think about your own struggles with wickedness and with sin in light of what the Lord's telling us here. And God bless you.